Who told you that the Quran is true?
You have a man 1,400 years ago. That man claimed to have an encounter with an angel. This was the first encounter, then multiple other encounters. And people saw that man performing miraculous acts. But I'm not going to tell you that he was a prophet because people saw him do it, because you can't. But what he did is he brought a revelation that he said, this is a revelation coming from the Creator, coming from God. That revelation did a few things. I'm just going to go through them very quickly. That revelation, the Quran and Hadith, had multiple prophecies of the future. None of them are false. Many prophecies of the future. They're exactly detailed. Some of them are time-bound. Some of them are individual bound. They exactly happened the way the Prophet said them. In his life, right after his death, hundreds of years after, and even today, they're happening 1,400 years later. None of them are false, and we can establish that they were before the events taking place. That man produced the scripture, the Quran, which has information about this natural world, cosmology, biology, hydrology, everything you can think about. Things that we today are discovering to be true. We're catching up with the knowledge in the Quran through the technology that I'm referring to right now. That man had information about history that nobody could have accessed. They're not existent in previous scriptures. You couldn't access them because, for instance, the language was dead, like hieroglyphics. Only 200 years ago, we found the Rosetta Stone. They were able to read hieroglyphics and understand what those Egyptians used to believe. But it wasn't there at that time. Telling you information about ancient Mesopotamia that was in temples that was buried under the sand. Sumerian language was dead. But the Quran tells you this information. And today, we discover the temples. We discover artifacts. And these things confirm the knowledge in the Quran 1,400 years ago. The Quran produces a scripture that cannot be imitated in the Arabic language. And you're an Arab, so you know what I'm talking about. The Quran is the highest literary form in the Arabic language, cannot be imitated, has its own genre. And the Quran makes a challenge to just bring one chapter like it, which is one line. Nobody was able to do this until today, 1,400 years, and we can see the criteria, and nobody's able to follow this criteria. And that man lived the most righteous life through teaching people morality about God and everything in this life. How to eat, how to drink, how to sleep, things that we see today that it cannot come from this human being 1,400 years ago. Now, when we look at everything together, then the question always remains, it's a very simple question. Could it be possible that he was able to do all of this and at the same time he wasn't a true messenger of God? And you only have one of two answers, either yes or no. And that is why we say Islam is the truth. Now, this argument...
And I agree with you.
Yeah, of course.
He couldn't have done all that without being the true messenger of God. What I'm telling you is that he's not the last true messenger of God.
What you're missing is that you're saying he was a true messenger of God, but when he said he was the last messenger, he wasn't the last messenger. And this is where all what you said just falls apart. It's either he was a true messenger of God, and when God himself literally verbatim told us that he was the last and final messenger, and this is the last and final message, either that was the truth, like you said it is, or it is false. But what you've done is you accepted a contradiction, Arab. You say, I accept this is the truth, but at the same time, what it says is not right.
You got me.
So that's a contradiction, Arab.